So this Borkum Riff I've got going today, Borkum Riff, it's the bourbon whiskey blend, and it's pretty dry in the pouch. I've had it quite a while. Had it in a humidifier hoping it would pick up a little moisture, but it really hasn't picked up too much. So it's smoking pretty fast. But the other thing is that it's smoking rather warmish. It's not bad, but it's got a little more spice in it today. At least I'm tasting more spice. So I'm not digging it as much, you know what I mean? But it's the smoke du jour. It's the one I brought along. And I guess part of me is saying that I'm going to smoke it up, get rid of it, you know? Because frankly, it's a grocery store blend that's, well, it's not that good. It's something that's available at a local grocery store from in my area, and yeah, kind of gets a negative mark today. But you know what? It tastes great when it's not lit. Yeah, whiskey a go-go. I already know what I'm going to have when I get home. I'm going to have a Guinness. I'm going to load that thing up in a nice cold glass, and I'm going to replace some of those electrolytes that I'm losing here now that I'm on my way back and I'm starting to feel the grind. Even though it's relatively even, like I said, this trail, it still has some inclines and some declines, but the inclines is the part that starts to wear on me as I'm motoring on my way back. I'm at the 11.5 kilometer marker. Right now they got these little yellow signs that are handmade and placed along the pathway. So one thing I like about kilometers compared to miles, there's more of them. You know, 1 kilometer is 6/10 of a mile. And so consequently you see these little kilometer markers occur a little more frequently than you would with mile markers. And there's something psychologically satisfying about that. As you see, you're passing these signs a little more frequently than you would be if you had mile markers. Oh, look at this. Isn't that nice? Very lovely. Water. It's always nice to see that stuff, water. A recent issue of the National Geographic is all about water, and how we here in BC, at any rate in this neck of the woods, we're doing pretty doggone well when it comes to water. However, you take a look at that National Geographic issue, and you'll see that there are some people that, well, particularly women in certain parts of the world, where they spend all day long, I mean quite literally, just scrounging for water. They gotta walk, carry those heavy jerry cans. Well, they're light when you first go out, but when you fill them up and you start to walk back your 8 hours or whatever it was for you to get out just to find a source for water, you know, and you've only got a jerry can or two full, and you're packing that, well, it makes you appreciate it here. They have those snow-covered mountains melting and providing all that water. And believe it or not, it's considered a relatively dry winter. which means our water reserve is going to be less. And well, people, you know, you just have to, you got to conserve this stuff. I don't care where you're living. You know, beautiful. But conservation is the name of the game. I'm sounding like a tree hugger, but you know what? I don't care. Let me sound like a tree hugger, but please, we need the water, and so do our future members of our species. Again, we're alongside of Highway 95A, as in 95 Alpha, and going along the Wycliffe Flats. That's one thing about riding this trail, getting a real chance to see behind the scenes, you know. These are places that, you know, were only accessible by the railroad, and seeing some of this stuff is, for me, is for the first time, you know, in the abundance that I've been seeing it. And yeah, this is spectacular. So I'm gonna have to stop and relight this pipe of mine and carry on with the mosey, the cycling mosey.
I'm half crazy over the love of you. It won't be as nice as marriage. I can't afford a carriage. But on the sea, upon the sea, of a bicycle bill for two.